Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of the Dragon Rider build. Got a few more things done that I wanted to share with you. I know a lot of you were pretty bummed out about the cable management on the last video, actually the lack thereof cable management, because we hadn't started on it yet. But as you can see, we got all the cable management done in the case now. Had routed everything where we wanted to. A few different changes. If you can see this here, I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit on it. Love the InWin 1200 watt power supply, the Commander 2, but the green army color was just not going with the case. So I had to pull out the power supply, tear it down, paint it, and then we used some gold lettering here just to for a little shout out for InWin, so that people know it's an InWin power supply. That's one of the mods we had to do. Another mod I had to do was the hard drives. For some reason on these cases, well, I basically know the reason. They're thinking that when you want to swap your drives, you're going to want to pull the cables off the front and slide your drives forward. It's the same way on a lot of the Corsair cases and other cases that I've seen. So basically they don't want you to have to go around the back of the computer when you have to switch out drives. But I just really couldn't see dragging all the cables forward, having all your power SATA cables up here in front right in your face. And I figure it's not that often that you're going to switch drives out. Some people never switch them out, so why look at the cables all the time? So we took the rails out and drilled some holes in them, got some longer screws from the hardware store, and we're able to reverse the hard drives around. With the stock rails, if you try to turn the drive around and shove it in, it won't go in far enough. It actually hits a stopper in the back. And if you cut out the back of it, we cut a notch trying to slide it back even farther to see if we could get it to lock, and what happens is the drive ends up pushing against the other side cover, so you have no room to attach the cables. So the only way to do it was to drill some new holes, make some new mounts for it. Other than that, let's see, what else have we done with this? We've blacked out the DVD drive. If you can see that, it was the typical silver looking DVD drive. And we took that out and painted it to match the rest of the case. We got all our cables tucked around in it. All of our lighting and stuff had been done on it. I'm going to turn this on for a second so I can show you some things. Well, I go around the front here. First off, in the front we had removed the card reader that was here, just the standard SIG card reader, and replaced it with a Scythe Comarac 5, and that'll give us some extra features like a couple extra USBs, an eSATA. This has a built-in card reader, and it also has two hot swappable 2.5-inch drive mounts. So it's going to give us some more things that we can play with. And another thing that I've read from various people that have bought this case or reviewed this case, some people thought that the InWin logo in the front was just too bright. And if you're in a dark room, you're gaming, maybe the computer's off to your side, you're going to maybe catch it in your peripheral sight, and maybe you don't like it. So I figured, since we had put the bay bus in, why not wire it through the bay bus? So there you go. You can turn your logo on and off. If it's too bright for you, too annoying, simply shut it off, as well as the LEDs for the bay bus itself. We still need to buy additional LEDs or a cold cathode to finish the lighting behind the switch. But it was just something I thought while we were doing wiring we could add to the machine. Otherwise, we got 2 hard drives mocked up on it. These are, one is actually being used. The other one is just simply a dummy drive for knowing where to hook our wires and our cables to. These are going to be replaced, hopefully, with a couple of 500 gigabyte Western Digital Blacks that we're going to put in here in RAID, and then we'll still have our operating system up on the OCZ SSD drive. But we do have some other parts coming for this machine in the next week or two that we'll be updating. And I'm also thinking of doing something different with the cooler. I don't know if I'm going to change the cooler yet, or if we're just going to make it look a little different. I'm not really caring for the color scheme of it. I thought about possibly blacking out the cooler itself, and definitely replacing the fan with some black fans, or maybe some blue LED black fans to go with the theme of the rest of the case. But that's it for what we've got done with it right now. If you have any comments, please feel free to list them, and otherwise stay tuned for part 4 of the build. I think we will be pretty much finished with it by then. Thanks for watching.